Good morning guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be sharing with you a couple of the newest purchases to my fragrance collection, and these are the fragrances in the newly packaged bottles from L'Art et la Matière collection from Guerlain. And I do apologize for my pronunciation, I do not have the best French pronunciation. So if you're interested in seeing what these new packages look like, how they come, what types of gifts with purchase you might get, the customization of the bottles, and other little details, then make sure that you keep on watching. I'll also talk about how they smell, which one is my favorite, and that kind of thing. So if this is your first time on my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. My name is Alithia, and on this channel we talk mostly about perfume, so if that is your thing, make sure to head on down and hit the subscribe button. Also feel free to head on over and follow me on Instagram if you like photos of minimalism, home decor, decluttering, and of course a whole bunch of perfume related content. And with that, let's jump into today's video. So first of all, I'll let you know that the new packages for the L'Art et la Matière collection are quite different from the previous ones, and the previous ones that were out were not even the original bottles. I did kind of prefer the previous ones, I have to say, and I would have loved to have gotten one of the tall rectangular bottles. I always thought that they were so beautiful, so I'm kind of sad that I missed out on that generation, but the new bottles are just as beautiful. So to my understanding, the fragrances were not reformulated. I did speak directly to a customer service representative at Holt Renfrew here in Canada, and he told me that they have not been reformulated. They are just being completely repackaged, and after this relaunching of this collection, they will only be sold at certain boutiques. I think they're going to be a little bit more exclusive and a little bit maybe more difficult to find in person. I've had a lot of people write me and ask if they've been reformulated, and although I can't say myself because I have not smelt the previous formulations, to my understanding, it's just the bottles and the packaging that has changed. So if you live in the United States, it's very easy for you to find a bottle of this perfume. You simply go onto the Guerlain website and you navigate your way to this collection, and you can then choose your bottle, your fragrance, and you can fully customize it and personalize it and have it shipped directly to your door. Unfortunately, living in Canada, it's a little bit more tricky. I actually went through the whole process only to discover that they wouldn't ship to me. So I did have to do a little bit of hunting and searching, and thankfully I found that they were being sold at a couple of Holt Renfrews here in Canada, and the shipping was really fast, and I was still able to go through the entire personalization process of the bottle, and they did send some lovely gifts with purchase. The shipping time was really good, so I really don't have any complaints, but like I've said in previous videos, it would be really nice if we didn't have to go through so many different hoops to find perfumes like this. But enough about that, let's get into the packaging and the scents themselves. So when you receive your fragrance, regardless of where you order it from, it will come in one of these little material pouches, these little kind of cotton pouches. They would be good for toiletries or taking with you when you travel or something like that. Really pretty little bag. The box itself is not cellophane wrapped, it's just in a box, which I think they're trying to do maybe to save on waste. And I do like that, although it might make it more difficult for people who are buying and selling to guarantee that it's brand new or hasn't been opened or something like that in the future. But in any case, I do really like the packaging. The boxes themselves are really beautiful and really sturdy. So when you purchase your fragrances, depending on how many you purchase and how much money you spend, you will also receive some beautiful gifts with purchase. For me, they sent me a beautiful fan. They also sent me a Guerlain scarf, which I think would be really cute tied on the handle of a handbag. They also sent me this little travel size bee bottle. It's a 30 ml bee bottle, one of their trademark bottles that I love so much with the frosted glass, and I think they are so pretty. And you can actually screw the top off and fill it with a fragrance of your choice and take it with you if you're going on a trip or something like that. So this is a beautiful little gesture, and I absolutely love it. And they will also, of course, send you other samples. So they did send me a smaller 10 ml size of the Cuir Beluga, and they also sent me a little sample of Angelique Noir, which is probably going to be my next Guerlain purchase. I love that perfume so much. I have been sort of on the fence about it, but it's honestly, again, one of the most stunning vanillas I've ever smelt. I honestly think that nobody does vanilla like Guerlain does vanilla. So as I mentioned with your bottle, you can customize it. So you can choose the color and the material of the plate on the top. And for my Spirituese Double Vanille, I chose this beautiful sort of imitation leather pink color because I love the color pink and I thought it would go really nicely with the vanilla fragrance. I also chose a pink cord so that it would match. And you can also choose the color of the little seal on the front, and I did choose black for this one, but you can choose between black and gold. And I really just wanted it to coordinate and be pretty, and I love the color pink. So as you can see, the bottles are absolutely stunning. They are a square shape, but they're also multifaceted, and they do of course come with the signature trademark bee on the back, which I really love. I think the bee is so cute. I've always loved the bee bottles and the bee branding for Guerlain. And you can also choose to personalize your bottle by having your initials applied, and I did choose to have my initials placed on my Spirituese Double Vanille, but I did not have it on my next fragrance I'll show you. So these bottles are drastically different from the previous bottle, but I do love them. I think that they are really beautiful and they look extremely regal, very sturdy, very hardy. They're just a really lovely bottle, and they look beautiful sitting on any tray or sitting with your other perfumes. They're just really gorgeous, beautiful bottles. It has a really nice atomizer as well. It's a very nice, soft, fine mist, and it distributes the fragrance very nice and evenly. It's such a nice fine mist, and it just sort of fills the air around you. It's a really, really beautiful mister. So Spirituese Double Vanille opens with incense, pink pepper, and bergamot. In the middle you have cedar, ylang ylang, Bulgarian rose, and jasmine, and in the base you have vanilla and benzoin. And this is one of the most beautiful vanilla fragrances I've ever smelt. I have told people, if you have ever smelt Nuit Confidence from Annick Goutal, they have a lot of similarities. They even share quite a few similar notes, including incense and bergamot. They're both beautiful, but the Nuit Confidence, if you want to have a comparison, I would say is a little bit more about that sort of incensey bergamot, almost peppery opening, where the Spirituese Double Vanille is a little bit more floral. It's a little bit more complex, and to me I get a lot more of the vanilla and a lot less of that sort of incensey bergamot-y accord. It's not a super rich, full-bodied vanilla. It's not a rich, deep, dark vanilla. It's a little bit more of a light vanilla. It's not a huge performer. It's not going to project like crazy. It's not beast mode performance or anything like that, but it is a very beautiful, elegant, formal vanilla, I would say. This is kind of a special occasion vanilla. I have other vanillas I would wear just for any time, anywhere. They're a little bit more casual. This one to me definitely does feel a little bit more formal and special. So it's not difficult to wear. You don't have to, it's not challenging. It's not going to challenge you. It's a very easy to wear perfume, but to me it still does kind of feel like a formal fragrance. What I love so much about this fragrance is it is so multifaceted. You get the incense and the bergamot, you get a little bit of that ylang-ylang, you get some jasmine, you also get so much vanilla. It's just a very delicious, sweet, formal smelling vanilla in my opinion, and it smells so good on skin. It's just addictive. It's a beautiful, beautiful scent, and I absolutely love it. So this is one that I've wanted in my collection for a really, really long time, and I'm really glad to finally have a bottle. Lasting power, like I mentioned, is not crazy, but it's definitely not weak either. And just from 2 or 3 sprays, I can smell it for, I would say, at least 5 or 6 hours throughout the day. So I don't think I'm going to have any performance issues with this fragrance, although personally for me, if I get 5 or 6 hours from a perfume, I am more than happy, especially if I love the scent. And not every perfume has to be a beast mode fragrance. I think that is a huge misconception. A lot of people want 8 or 9 hours out of a perfume, especially if you're paying the price that you pay for something like these bottles. But for me, it's not just about the longevity. It's not just about the sillage. It's about the scent itself, the quality, the packaging, the craftsmanship, the prestige, the company, the branding. For me, it's everything. For example, I would not want a dupe of this fragrance, even if it smelled very similar. I want to know that I'm getting high quality. I want this bottle. I want it to come from this company. I just love everything about it, and I think it was 100% worth the purchase for me. So for my Cuir Beluga, I did personalize it as well, and I went with this beautiful pink cord, and I chose a gold seal, and I also chose the hammered gold plate on the top. And I really like that the gold plate and the gold seal matches really nicely with the color of the juice, but I love the little sort of feminine contrast of the pink cord. I think it looks absolutely beautiful, and this color combination perfectly suits the fragrance, which I think is a very delicate, soft, rather feminine scent. I think anybody could wear it, but I think it definitely does lean feminine in my opinion. So Cuir Beluga actually means beluga leather, which is a very soft, supple leather. So this fragrance is not an animalic, dirty, heavy, super masculine, or super vintagey smelling leather fragrance. That was something that I was worried about when I looked at the notes a long time ago before I purchased this fragrance. And I was really worried that it would be a very heavy animalic type of leather, which I don't like. And the Cuir Beluga fragrance is said to be velvety and soft without the sharp animalistic notes of other leather fragrances. And they also say on the website that Cuir Beluga caresses just like an expensive pair of leather gloves. So it's supposed to be very soft and very inoffensive. So the notes that you have in Cuir Beluga are tangerine and aldehydes in the opening. In the middle you have immortelle and patchouli, and in the base you have vanilla, suede, heliotrope, and amber. So fragrances that have that leathery leather note are going to be a lot more strong and have almost that sort of car seat leather jacket type of leather scent. And if they have suede, they usually are a little bit softer and a little bit smoother and easier for people to handle if they don't particularly love the smell of leather. And I have to say, I've never smelled immortelle, but I think I must like that note because there's something very special in this fragrance that I haven't smelled before. And I think it must be that immortelle. Oh, it's such a beautiful, soft, buttery vanilla. This is not sharp, this is not offensive. I don't pick up on a heavy leather note. The suede is definitely there, so if you don't like suede or leather, don't think that you won't pick it up. It's definitely a suede fragrance, but it's a very soft, smooth, super well blended suede fragrance. Again, this is one of those perfumes that when you spray it, especially on your skin, you just have a hard time picking out all the different notes. It is so nicely blended. You definitely do get that suede, you get the vanilla. It's a little bit powdery. It does have a little bit of a depth to it, but it's also very light and soft at the same time. And this is definitely a closer to the skin scent. This is not a monster projector. Again, I would say it's probably even a little closer to the skin than your Spirituese Double Vanille, and definitely much softer than something like Tonka Imperial. But even though this is a skin scent, this lasts forever, you guys. This lasts such a long time. Just a couple of sprays will linger all day long or all evening long. I would say it has a sensuality to it for sure. I wouldn't say it would be my first choice for a date night or something like that, but it definitely is more of a cuddly, cozy, cuddling up on the couch with your partner sort of fragrance. I think you could wear it daytime, fall, and winter. I think you could wear it anytime you really wanted to. I can't get enough of it. It's one of the most unique vanillas I've ever had. If you told me that there was a note of butter in this fragrance, I would have believed you because I definitely pick it up. It's just so smooth and comforting and beautiful. Just an incredible perfume. Would I say it's a safe blind buy? No, but that being said, I did blind buy this perfume and I'm very happy I did. And I do also want to give a shout out to Giselle from GB Fragrances because she and I have been talking a little bit and she was the person who really pushed me over the edge and encouraged me to go ahead and purchase this fragrance because she told me that it was not harsh and it would not be offensive and that I would probably really like it. And she was right. So thank you, Giselle, for giving me that extra push toward purchasing this fragrance because I absolutely love it. So you guys, that's it for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed hearing about these two beautiful fragrances that were just recently relaunched from Guerlain, and I would love to know your thoughts down below, and if you have any other recommendations that you think I should try from this house, I would also like to know. And feel free to leave any questions or comments down in the comment section, and I look forward to talking to all of you, and I will see you all very soon in my next video. Bye for now.